Welcome to GetRoaring. I am Rory. Fancy meeting you here. We're continuing because John Chayka disappeared with Mats Sundin. We don't know where. We can only assume a frosty machine related emergency somewhere in remote Sweden. That's all we can assume. I mean, we can assume a lot of things, but that's what I'm assuming. In that vein, we've been tasked with the general manager duties of the Toronto Maple Leafs because of my vast and somewhat not really successful experience running an NHL franchise in NHL franchise mode of a video game. These are my credentials. So, I don't know why they've asked me to do this, but I'll take the paycheck, which is nothing. Alright. So we're doing alright, actually. We're doing alright. Let's take a look at how the team is, how it's going on right now. We got young Gavin McKenna. 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points in 10 games. Beauty. Austin Matthews doing Austin Matthews things. 15 points in 12 games. Willie is playing so selfless right now. 11 assists and 1 goal. 12 points in 12 games. Point a game. Can't ask for more. Well, you could. Maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty good so far, though. Matty Nyes has 9 and 12. John Tavares, buddy, 14 and 12, doing the work. Roslovic has 8 and 12. Easton Cowan is 3 and 12 in the third line. Nick Paul 4. Brandon Duhaime has 3. Steven Lorentz has 2. Teddy Bluger 5, not bad. And Michael Pezzetta, 2 goals. I'm sure he's hitting people. I'm sure he's doing stuff with 15 hits. All right. You know, he's doing Michael Pezzetta things. We'll leave him to do what he's doing, you know? 16 penalty minutes. That's what we expect out of Pezzetta. He's only a 77 though. So we may have to, I don't know. We may have to figure things out. We have our bench is not the best. Our farm team is also not the best. We'll have to figure that out. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. We may have to get some bodies in here. Switch things up. You know, get some youngins. I don't know. We'll see. For now, though, I mean, we're 10 and 2. Keep your hands at 10 and 2 when you're driving. That's good advice. We're 10 and 2 right now. So, not bad. Can't argue with that. We can go up to Buffalo here. Not really interested in much of the other stuff. I mean, we could always talk to Dubas. See how things are going. They're 8 and 5. Buffalo, not so hot. That the Marlies? It is. I mean, coach can kind of take care of that. I don't know what happened to that Pittsburgh game on the 22nd. We'll find out. Alright. Wanted to switch calendars. That's cool. Alright, so we did win that one. Shootout loss, couple wins. A win, and then the loss, a win, and then back and forth, back and forth. So 15-5-1. Still pretty good. We're second to the Lightning in the division. Obviously with Hildeby, things have changed. They had an average goaltender in Vasilevsky. Anyway. Average at best. Alright. Things are going well in general. So, you know, hard to want to tinker too much. Little power play. Oh, Matty Nyes. Not on the power play. Jack Quinn gets one, though, on Stolar. Stolar's is starting. Got the backup in today. It's interesting this season when Wall wasn't there. Oh, shorthanded goal by Roslovic gives us a 2-1 lead. When Wall wasn't there and Stolars was carrying the mail, he had that big press conference or whatever, you know, or interview, and he made some comments and so on and so forth. And he may not have been wrong, but also, like, you know, dirty laundry and all that. But I don't think that's happening with Bob this year. I don't think he's walking out to the mics and having a speech with Bobrovsky as his #1 goaltender. That ain't happening. Teddy Bluger puts one in. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen lets one go. Rasmus Dahlin puts one in. 3-2. Alright. Little 3-2 win over Beefalo here. Grab your hot wings, get out of town. Nyes got one. Quinn got one, and Bluger got one. One for everybody. Nyes had 6 hits, though. Goodness. He's a machine. Alright. 3-2 win over Buffalo. We're 16-5-1. They're 7-11-3. Maybe that shouldn't have been as close as it was. I don't know. Alright. I don't think Allen was out of the lineup. Maybe it was a little bit of an injury. He's still good. He's an 82 now. 8 points at 22. Third line is not exactly a point-producing line. Easton Cowan is set as a playmaker. He's a left wing. I'm kind of curious. I just want to see how this goes. Just a +2. It is better with Roslovic. What if we switch these two? Get Cowan doing some center stuff. He's only got 70 on faceoffs. What is Nick Paul? 78? Maybe we do this too. What's Paul? Paul's left wing. Where's Duhaime better? I think we do that for now. What is Bluger? Bluger is a third line. What if we did that? Third line left wing. Not everybody plays left wing. Does it make a difference if we do this? No. Okay, we'll leave Nick Paul over there. Let's try that for a bit. We'll try Duhaime, Lorentz, and Pizzetta. That sounds like a nasty fourth line. Yeah, let's go with that for a bit, see how it goes. How's the defense doing? It looks like, oh my goodness. I guess we're doing work on the power play. How many power play points does Radish have? None? Okay, so it's not? Nothing on the power play? It's all 5-on-5. 17 points 5-on-5 for Radish. Goodness. Okay, well, not gonna argue. 10 Evan Gooley. Works for me. Morgan Rielly. We still have this year, next year before his modified no trade kicks in. All right. How is his morale? It's okay. We're gonna leave him be. We beat Dubas and his team again. Did we beat them before? I think we did. Yep. Three times we took out Dubas's Penguinos. All right. 12-11-3 for the Sens. We're 17-5-1. All right, let's see how we do against Ottawa. Battle of Ontario here. Batherson puts one in on Stolars. One of the more unfortunate things about the Leafs, well, it's always unfortunate when your team doesn't make the playoffs, but when the Leafs didn't make the playoffs this year, Buffalo does. And I would love to see some animosity built between Toronto and Buffalo once again. But that needs playoffs and stuff like that. A couple goals, one from Matthews, one from Radish. 2-1 so far. Going into the third, power play off the hop. We only got 16 shots. Radish gets another. Goodness. If Radish has this kind of actual season, that's going to be fantastic. All right. 3-1 victory over Ottawa. Warms my heart every single time. Stolars, 33 stops. Radish, 2-0. Batherson with 1. I'm just going to check our goalies and see who's playing. Because that's the second time I've seen Stoley show up. Is Stoley carrying the mail? No, he's not. Okay. Oh, he is. That's weird. Bob should be doing the work. I mean, they've both been playing fine, so hard to argue, but Bob should be the one. Let's just check some settings here. Minor league coach. Yes, we'll edit lines there. Playable. Let's go fully healed. Auto rotate goalies is on. Okay. Okay. Bob should be the primary, though they're rated the same, so I can see how the computer might get a little confused. Lost to Boston, lost to Tampa. Little bit of a losing streak going on. A third, a fifth, and Fellinger for a third and a fourth. So we upgrade. Let's take a look at Chicago. 15-12-1. That's next year's third. Let's see what they got. I would do it if it's this year's third. They don't have this year's third. Okay. Edmonton's first, Florida's first, and their first. Goodness. Their second? Probably not going to happen. We would just do that. Buffer it a little bit. Okay. I'm good with that. We'll take a second rounder. 4 losses in a row. 5 losses in a row. And Jake McCabe is down. The team is falling apart. What is happening? Well. Oh, did he recover from injury? Okay. What is happening, guys? Bob. I vouched for you, bud. Although he still got a 944 save percentage. Came down from 960. That's 3 shutouts and 9 wins. I mean, I guess we go with the hot hand. If Bob's not doing it... Nope, nobody's doing it. Oh, boy. January 11th. Well, luckily we have Johnny T. That's the fortunate part here. Bo grew. Okay. Not my favorite situation here. Maybe we move Willie down. It's hard to break up the first line. I think they're doing the work. But I think we move Willie down. I think we do that. This is where we might be getting a little bit thin. Is when somebody big goes down here. That's weird. Okay. Interesting. I think we make the distributor McKenna, the finisher probably Johnny. Puck carrier Willie is fine. Definitely want Johnny taking the face-offs. Okay. Gosh. This is not good at all. I think we move. Do we have like a plus? We have a +5. I don't want to break that up. I think we put put Nick Paul in front. How is his deflections and such? Deking hand-eye is 85. Lawrence, I'm guessing it's not nearly the same. 80. Okay, yeah. Easton Cowan along the wall. I think we do go with 2 defense. I don't know if we go, well, maybe we go Tanev. He can carry the puck. Maybe I put Emil Andre on there and see how he does. I need somebody else in the bumper, though. Roslovic, I guess? Yeah, I think we do that. It's not great. It's not great. Distributor, we'll go with Roslovic. Finisher, Gotta be Cowan. Puck carrier, we can go Emil Andre. That's fine. Okay. Not great when you lose Austin Matthews. Not great. He is out for another 2 weeks, but that's a lot of games. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, at least we got Johnny T. If we didn't have Johnny T, we'd be we may be up the creek. I think we need another center. I think. I don't know. It's tough though, because like I don't want to like go out Roslovic, let's say, and then get too good a center on the third. We might be able to flip like that second round pick that we got or something and get. Well, I mean, Nick Paul should be our third line center. I don't know. Power play goal for Easton Cowan. Good stuff. The second power play unit, -3 or whatever they are, they end up doing the work. That's all right. That's all right. We'll take it. Stützle puts one in on Bob. Power play for Ottawa again, but Matty Nye scores one after the power play. Power play again for Ottawa. We're playing mean, I guess. All right. We're definitely going to have to do some roster work because, like, there's no way we can go into the playoffs with this. Allmark with 38 stops. Bob with 26. Matty Nyes with a goal. Allmark did all he could. Still won the game. Good stuff. Got another one against Montreal here. Oh, Johnny was a little injured too. Can't have that. Matty Nyes is a 90. Gosh. Willie, I don't want to have off the first line too much, but that seems to be working out there. Roslovic is okay. Plus he's a +16. I don't know if he's like second line. I don't know. He does fit. He fits very well on Wah's second line. Cowan does not. Cowan doesn't fit very well on anything. He kind of fits in the first line. If you were to slide him in there, it's like kinda, but the +5 on the first line is nice. Alright. Definite... we got definite depth issues, though. Like, ideally, Cowan, Nick Paul... I mean, Teddy Blueger says he's a third. Yeah. How we doing in the A? What is Quillen saying? He's a fourth line forward. Maybe we do that swap. Let's see what happens here. I think we pop Bogru down. And bring up Jake Quillen. How does Jake Quillen look on the fourth? He's okay. So that'll be fine. Gives us a little bit more. We don't have much else though. Like we don't have a whole lot of depth going on offense, even defense. Like not the best. Not the best. Depth is, I think, our biggest problem at this particular moment. So, we'll see how it goes. I wouldn't mind me some UFA veterans, but also I don't think we have a ton of cap space. Part of that is because Cole Caulfield and Dak put one in each on Bobrovsky. Part of that's just because of our cap constraints. We have Morgan Rielly sitting on our third pairing making $7.5 million. Which he's not been pissy about, so... You know, I don't know. I suppose we can go back to him and ask him if there's a team he's interested in. We tied it up. We tied it up. Nick Paul and Matty Nyes got one. Cole Caulfield gets the lead again, though. 38 shots on. Goodness. Chris Tanev, power play goal in the second on the second unit. Goodness. Second unit's doing some work. Willie gets the game winner with 52 seconds left. Way to go, bud. Look at that. Cole Caulfield with 2 gets the first star, but Tanev and Willie are the true stars of that game. All right. Got Beefalo down here. We should be almost back to having Matthews return. Almost. Oh boy. Yeah, our center situation is really being tested. Put Troy Stetcher there for a second. You know what? Okay. Let's go get some depth. Enough of this. Oh, we do have cap space available. What am I talking about? Nobody really knows. Okay. Eligible for trade. I like the idea of youngsters, but in this particular case, we need some older dudes. I don't know if I want to go with that good. We're looking for centers. We need some center depth. I mean, Anton Lundell would be fantastic. Andrew Kopp, kind of interesting, but 5 mil. That would take up a bunch of our cap space. I don't know if I want to go there. Same with Comfer. I mean, Del Bel Baluz is kind of interesting just for the sake of our depth. I'm just kind of interested in what they want for him. A Bluger? A 5th and a 6th? I'm okay with that. That's not the only thing we're doing, but that's also to get some guys in our system that are Nick Waugh? Bring him back? Do we bring back Nick Waugh? To be coached by Patrick Waugh. I don't know why his salary is 800 grand. That's weird. Jankowski could be interesting. Word line 2, is that on... That's Patrick Waugh. All penalty killing lines. There's Kotkaniemi making 4.8 mil on the Hurricanes. If Jankowski fit on the 3rd and 4th, I would be like, yes. But doesn't seem to. Keep going. Not Buffalo. Well, Buffalo sucks, so I don't know. So what do they got? Oddly enough, Tage Thompson has a modified no trade. Boston. Don't know if we want to go there. Steve's is kind of interesting, but a little expensive for that. Paling, no. Nobody interesting there. Well, I mean, people are interesting, but... What about Gaudreau? On the Capitals. Waitress on line 1, is that... Okay, Patrick Waugh. William Karlsson? Fits on line 1. If you fit on more lines, that would be better. I'm not against Karlsson, though. What do they want for him? Ben Danford, a 3rd, and Morrison. Atchison, Morrison, and a 3rd. A 2nd, a 3rd, and Chadwick. I don't know if I want to spend that much right now. We do need center depth, though. Because, like, Willie can slot in there. But if Matthews goes down again, or Johnny goes down... I mean, we could do this just for Magic Beans. A 2nd, a 3rd, and Chadwick. They do want to trade him, which is good. I feel like Chadwick has a little more going for him, even though it's not much. So if we put in Morrison... and Smith. Those are 2 of the same, but... What if we do Smith? And they wanted draft picks... Chicago's. I mean, what if we offered ours and like Phillies and a 7th? Oh, that may not work. Let's try ours in a second with Smith. That's probably not going to go. No. They're going to want more than that. They don't want to go that far out. I do want to have some picks in the next draft. We can go the 6th and the 7th and the 5th, maybe? From 2028? Okay, I am good with that. All right. All right, all right. Roster moves. Let's just check it out for a second. Okay. Edit lines. Now, here's the question. William Karlsson is best on the first line. So he can play first line minutes if we needed to. We needed him to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have him play on the 3rd at the moment. Move Jake Quillen down. Quillen can play left wing. Duhaime can play right. So we're going to do this. I like Pezzetta out there, though. Pezzetta's done fine. I think what I want to do is send Del Bell Blues down. So we have... Like, what has he done this year? He's been playing in Cleveland. So that makes sense. Let's send him down. That's fine. We want somebody with depth in the organization playing. So I don't want him sitting there. We can bring him up if we need him. All right. William Karlsson can also play on the power play. That's slated as a second line forward. So maybe we do this. Actually, what we're going to do... Oh yeah, Nick Paul is out. Okay, yeah, we're going to go back to where we were. Sorry, rewind. Okay. Now, the question is... Yeah, I think we're better to have Karlsson there right now. And Willie can play on the wing. For the moment. There we go. We're going to do that for now. I have a feeling William Karlsson's going to drop down. But we definitely needed the depth. Because it drops off real quick down here. Alright. Oh, power play. I just gotta check the power play. It's probably best to have power play. Power play number 2. I think we want... Oh, this is a tough one. I think we want Karlsson here. I would have thought Carlson would be better at face-offs than he is. It's kind of surprising. All right. Let's go to Buffalo and see how it goes. So far, absolutely nothing. You know. Hellenius finally puts one in on Stoli. Doan puts one in as well, 2-0 in the second. There's still plenty of time left. We need to get it going here. All right. Third period. Just nothing. Okay. Just nothing. Oh, there we go. Matty now he's on Lion. There we go. But Josh Norris gets one right back on Stolars. Unfortunate. We had a little bit of life there. Lion with 29 stops. Norris 1-1. Doan with 1. All Buffalo all the time. I feel like we're getting a little rattled as a team. We should have Austin Matthews back around here somewhere. All right. Nick Paul is back. Nick Paul, I think we want... So we're going to do this. We're going to switch Lorentz and Quillen. And we're going to put Nick Paul back in. Okay. Finisher will be, we're going to go with Roslovic. Distributor will be Tannen. Actually, we'll do Carlson. Puck carrier, Emil Andre. Face-off format, that's fine. Alright, we're going to go with that. Okay. We're gonna go Duhaime, Lorentz, and Quillen, I think. Let's go with that for now. Things are gonna get shifted around when Matthews comes back. All right. I think we send Myers down. Fine. Okay. Austin Matthews is back. What we're gonna do, actually, we're gonna do head coach preferred. Let's see how these shake out. I don't want to get McKenna off the top line, but Willie is rated at 94. Like, he should be playing top line minutes. I think we stay with that for the moment. I am gonna get Easton Cowan back in. Like, why he's not in the lineup over these guys, I don't know. So let's switch here. Bluger is a third line. Duhaime, fourth line. Okay. Switch there. Okay, that works better. Quillen, Emil, Andre, and Pizzetta. We're going to have to fix our defense. Radish should be up here. Aiden Gooley. And Emil Andre. We'll get Rielly to play the right. That should be fine. Power play. I think I want Matty Nyes here. Let's switch him and Rielly. Put the big body out front. Yes, yes, yes. Matthew's taking the face off. Good. Power play line 2. Definitely need to fix this. Okay, so we don't have... Although I do want Radish on... It has 5 forwards. I'd rather have Radish here. Let's do this. Johnny should be here. That's closer to Toronto's like normal power play, but we'll put Radish at the back. Power play line 2. Gooley can go there. We'll put Gavin McKenna on the second unit. Or do we put Willie on the second unit? I think we put... It's hard to go with... It's hard to dump the +5. Let's go with... Let's go with McKenna on the wall. We can go with Easton Cowan in front of the net. I suppose Roslovic can be in the middle. McKenna is the distributor. Finisher is tough. I guess we go Roslovic. Puck carrier. You know what? I'm gonna make it Gooley. I'm actually gonna put Emil Andre back here. Or do we do Rielly? We do Rielly. Well, let's give him a shot. I think that's our best chance. So puck carrier is going to be Rielly. Face-off formation. That's fine too. Let's see Roslovic's face-off is 75. Cowan is 70. Carlson's 81. Okay, Carlson for sure. Okay. Let's try that. See how that goes. We can do some simming here. I'm open to suggestions if you think we need to add or change or whatever. Look at that. You get Austin. I spoke too soon. Austin. Just got you back, bud. Okay. We're just gonna bump everybody up. Dylan goes in. Paul goes up. Carlson goes up. Tavares goes up. Maybe we do that. Do we put William Karlsson on the first line of a 2 and 2, or we do the +5? What is our... Radish and Gooley. Rielly and probably Tanev. Tanev's fine. Yeah, I guess. We'll just leave it there. That's fine. We just got you back, Austin. We just got you back. Florida's third and Vegas is sixth. For New York's third? No, it's fine. All right. We should get Matthews back in this coming week. Defense. I guess Rielly moves up. We put Stetcher in. Just move Rielly up. Should be fine. Is Matthews still injured? Yeah, he's still a little hurt. So we'll just leave him be. He'll be fine by the next game, I believe. Multiple players. No, eligible to be dressed. I'm assuming that means that Austin Matthews is fine. He is. So bump everybody down again. Okay. Our depth is looking a little better now. Tanev is fully healed. Tanev can go here. Rielly can drop down. Okay. A high ninth. High top 9. For a 6th and a 7th. Nancy, we drafted him in the 5th round. So that's not even like getting the picks that we got. Like, what do you got here? So can I upgrade a pick? Like a 6th and a 7th kind of thing? Just a 6th? Just a 7th? Try just a 7th. I don't think this is gonna work, but... Okay. That was weird. I swear we got a 3rd. They wanted to give us a 6th and a 7th? Am I crazy? Third round pick for Nancy that was a 5th and a 7th. So we got a 3rd for effectively a 5th and a 7th, and they were like, that's surprising. Okay. I mean, maybe he had a little more value than that. I'll take it though. I'll take it. I'll take a 3rd. Nothing that I really want to do here until Buffalo. Oh, there's the trade deadline there. So let's go up to Anaheim. The Red Wings have fired their head coach Todd McClellan. It's kind of surprising. Guess the Red Wings are bad? I don't know. We're in 2nd in the division. Yeah, the Red Wings are bad. Losing streak for us, though. Goodness. Kind of doing that. We just like all of a sudden we just drop 4 games. I don't know. Win, overtime, loss, another loss. A little bit of a slide here. Okay. We have our full lineup back, so naturally we take a slide. All right. I thought we were probably in good shape here. Kind of weird. I wonder what our biggest problem has been in that time. Be nice if they could like talk to the coach and be like, hey, what's happening? I mean, nothing really there. I mean, I guess we can kind of take a look at the calendar. We can see what the goaltenders are doing, maybe? 7-3, 5-3, 4-3 overtime loss, 5-1 loss, 3-2 loss, 7-2 loss. Definitely a bit of a power outage in terms of, like, scoring. Let's go back to, having McKenna on the first line. I think that's our solution there. Roslovic has been doing okay. How's Carlson since joining us? 10 points in 21 games. It's not bad. Question is, do we need to get him like another winger, maybe? We got a playmaker in Cowan. We got a two-way forward and then a two-way forward. Maybe we go out and get ourselves another, like a third line scoring winger. It'd be nice to have another sniper. I get some more scoring going on there. I don't really want to. Well, how much cap do we have to work with here? 7. Okay, we have 7 mil. We have plenty. It'd be nice to get. Man, like, what are our scouts doing? We just don't know anything about anybody. Kinda sucks, scouts. Brent Howden? I'm not against it. Two-way forward, though. Pretty much the same thing. It's on forward line 2. Capitals. We know the Ducks really well for some reason. Actually, do. Actually, bit low. All right. Let's do that. There's our Morgan Rielly replacement for the future. Still need ourselves. You know what? I'm gonna take a look here. Let's back up a sec. Let's go and see if we can find a sniper. Forward. Third line scoring forward. We want a sniper. Let's just see what's available. I don't mind Nadeau. I don't mind Nadeau. Duclair is interesting for the short term. But I kind of like the idea of Nadeau going forward. Does Nadeau fit on the third line? All penalty killing lines. Okay. Kraken and Carolina. Okay. Kraken and Carolina. Okay. Seattle Kraken. Eligible for trade. Defense is disastrous. Carolina Hurricanes. No. Penalty killing lines. Could use more information. But I like them. What do they want for him? Ben Danford in a third or Atchison in a sixth. What's Ben Danford-esque in terms of its value? Atchison. It's one of the two. They're kind of the same thing. Danford is a little older. At a 74. Ooh. His skating is not great. Neither of their skating is great. Atchison is a little better in most categories. Well, not really. They're kind of back and forth depending on what you look at. I think we go Ben Danford just because he's a little older and he's still a 74. And a third, let's see if they'll buffer it a little bit. Go with a fifth and a sixth. Too far off. Just a bit low, okay. Get the sixth. Okay. All right. Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fine. I think we probably move Pizzetta down. That's fine. All right. Just AHL lines is fine. Everybody liked Pizzetta. You know, stuff happens. Edit lines. All right. Teddy Bluger we'll put down there. Nadeau we get in on the third line. Not the best, but that's fine. Defense. I think we put Luneau in for now. Though I want him and Andre eventually. That's the plan. I can ask Morgan Rielly again. Because it wouldn't hurt to... Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him. Oh, nope, okay. Very risky. Probably not going to go well. No, that's not what I want. Okay, hold on. Morgan Rielly. Any topic. On ice play. Clause option. Wave. Clause option. Risky, risky, very risky, very risky. If I'm going to ask him, I might as well ask him for 2. Okay. If one was like 50-50 or something, then I probably would have gone for the 1, but if they're both risky, I might as well ask for 2. Alright. I think that's it for the moment. We'll go to the trade deadline, but I don't really see what I'm going to do there. That's fine. We'll go conservative buyer. That's fine. If we see anybody available, then, you know. I think I'm happy with what we have for the most part. I'm not seeing anything like super amazing. Bennington has a year at 6 mil. I'm kind of curious. Bob has a straight up no move. It looks like Stolars has been playing the majority though. 33? Maybe they've been splitting. Yeah, they've been splitting. Stolars is a 919 with a 251. Bob has a 928 with a 235. I would not be against getting out from Stoley's deal. I don't know if Bennington is the answer, though. It's like downgrading, but then we're freeing up Stoley. But Stoley is like, we can trade Stoley. But there's value to be had here. I mean, I'd also wouldn't be against like finding a goaltender that's like a goalie of the future kind of thing. Also wouldn't be terrible. Like, what if we did Casa? He's in the A, though. I don't know. Maybe we just leave it. What's happened so far? Whole bunch of stuff. Morgan Frost and Ryan Strome from Calgary. Hurdle goes from Vegas to San Jose. So, like, back to San Jose? Or Hextall, Wang, and Johansson. Ryan O'Reilly goes to Edmonton. That's pretty big. Jared McCann in a 4 is from Seattle to Colorado. Dang. Okay. That's all right, too. A bunch of stuff happened while I was looking at that. Carolina gets a 3rd, a 5th, and Klingberg from Seattle for Badinka. And Minchak. Pia Suter, a 3rd, and 2 others go for Frolov, a 2nd, and 2 others. So big deal between Carolina and St. Louis. Alex Lyon is another goaltender that's available. So is Darcy Kemper. Interesting. Sends trade a third, a fifth, and Hamara and Matt and Paulo in exchange for Green Tree and Terrence. Okay. We do have Stoli on the block, but like... Be nice if we get like a younger goalie, younger-ish. I don't know why. I don't. Okay, hold on. I don't know why we have William Karlsson on here. I don't want to trade Nick Paul either. Just add like some rookie guys that, you know, not really worried about. Man, there's like tons of deals going down. Vancouver acquired Ethan Gauthier and Cesada for a third, Cotter and another third. Dante Fabro goes to Washington. Wow, okay. Riley Height, Klippenstein from Minnesota for a third, and Zucker and two others. Like, hard to keep up with all these deals. Evan Rodriguez goes to Dallas for Hemming, a fifth and a sixth. Okay. This is one of those trade deadlines that the media loves, because like it's only 8:36 and we've had about 1 billion trades. Rubric Roberts to Vancouver in exchange for Philip Hedel. Okay, that's pretty big. Steves gets traded to Nashville. Line is not the best. I mean, I guess we stay with our goalie combo. I also have no idea what's going to happen with Bob. Like, Bob's no spring chicken. So he's going to start declining. I don't know. It's also possible he retires. Like, that's another possibility. Oh, trade alert from St. Louis. Brandon Carlo, a fourth and a sixth go to Minnesota in exchange for Kivi Harju and a third. So Brandon Carlo on the move again, which could happen in the upcoming season. I always liked Brandon Carlo. I think like he got a raw deal here because he was traded for a first rounder. So basically, what was traded, he couldn't live up to the expectations of what he was traded for. But like he didn't do that. Then again, none of the Leafs lived up to expectations last year. The whole team was just not good. So it's hard to really dump on one person. The team was just bad. So far, no good offers. Unfortunately, we have a whole other year of Morgan Rielly without being able to do anything about him. Maybe that's not the answer. Maybe we look to move one of the other guys if they start to decline. I don't know. If we look at our defensemen, Chris Tanev also has a no move. He's 37 though. He's playing fine, so I'm not really too worried about that. Jake McCabe is also fine at 33. He has a modified no trade that kicks in next year. Tanev is the one that has 4 more years of no move. That could be like part of the issue. And the cap's not escalating like it does in the actual NHL. He's really happy though. I don't know. That might be an off-season thing. If we can talk to Tanev, like let's see what his pension is for it. Risky, risky, very risky. Okay. That's going to be tough. We're probably going to have to ride out this season at least. Maybe next season with Morgan Rielly. Before we decide to get younger. If these guys don't retire, like Bob could retire, Tanev could retire. Like, you never know. If Tanev retires, that's a problem that solves itself. Bob, I'm not as worried about. It's definitely gotten quiet. I think everybody got everything out of their system. Ottawa acquires a third, Borichev and a fourth, and they trade away Artem Zub. Okay, never mind. Calgary trades a fourth, a fifth, Labushkin, and a sixth. Labushkin gets traded again to somebody else. To Florida in exchange for a second, a third, and Jansen. Cole Caulfield has 30. So does Tage Thompson. Just for the sake of interest, because we have a little bit of time left. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Never mind. Never you mind. Like, is Tage Thompson available? He could be traded. Is he available to me? No. No, he's not. There is nothing they want from us that is tradable. Edmonton, last minute deal. A second and a fifth and Barnett in exchange for Sam Girard. Edmonton always looking for defense, that's for sure. Bob and Stolars are both top 10 in goals against, so hard to argue. Stay with the combo for now, I suppose. All right. The deadline is passed. No more stuff for us. We have the team we have now. Looks like Ben Danford got flipped. Okay. Let's take a look at our lineup, and then we'll do a little bit more of the simulating. Alright, 2 scratched. Lawrence, Emile Andre. I wish Emile Andre would fit in. He'll get in when we have injuries. That's not the end of the world. I'd like to see how Nadeau does. He was -2 in his first game. It's not a great start, but that's okay. Happy with the lineup overall. Hey, Cal. Okay. So, I don't know if you caught like 2 weeks ago, but I finished with Buffalo. We never won a cup, so obviously I did a great job. And, we decided to move on, at least until NHL 27 comes out, to the Toronto Maple Leafs in the offseason have basically replaced everybody in their coaching staff, their management. They traded like half their forwards. Like they've done, like in real life, they've done all of this, right? So, I sort of asked, like, you know, what should we do in the interim? Because like Buffalo was kind of tailing off, and it's like, let's do something else. So the idea is the new GM of the, yeah, I know, it's bananas. They've had a crazy offseason, and they won the first overall pick in the draft and drafted like a excellent player, and like it's just bananas the offseason they had. So the guy that is the GM, John Chayka, he was a GM like 10 years ago in Arizona, but then he went into the like private sector basically. I think his family owns like a bunch of Wendy's locations, but he also does like sports stats. He has like a company, him and his sister have a company called Statleets, I think. And it's all like analysis and whatnot. But that's the thing though, is they didn't dump their stars. They just traded, they rejigged their bottom forwards and all this stuff, right? So anyway, because all that's happened, I got somebody's roster that was like after all those things, or most of those things. And so we started from there, right? We started from this summer. I made sure I drafted Gavin McKenna, who's the guy who they got first overall, all that stuff, and started this season. So I started at the exact day of my last stream, which was like July 27th or something. And the idea is even though John Chayka and like former Maple Leaf star, who's now also management, Mats Sundin, have disappeared. We don't know where. And we assume that it's some kind of Wendy's Frosty Machine related emergency somewhere in Sweden where Mats Sundin is from. We don't know, right? So the team has asked me, whom I have extensive fantasy hockey experience in video games, not being successful, have taken over the Toronto Maple Leafs for no reason at all other than I'm available. So that's where we are. So we did the off season starting at July. We got into this coming season, and we've just passed through the trade deadline. So we made some changes. We want to make more changes. I think there's cats and dogs that require to rain before it could happen, but I guess anything is possible somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we've gotten to the point where we're just past the deadline in that first season after the summer, and we're doing okay. We're 35, 22, and 3. We've done the moves we want to do, and now we're going to make the push to the playoffs. So we're currently in third place in the division. We have 73 points behind the Panthers and the Lightning. Of course, the Florida teams are ahead of us. And the Canadiens and the Bruins, the Senators, the Sabres, and the Red Wings are bad. Very, very bad. The wild card teams are on the other side, the Flyers and Capitals. So should we miraculously drop 10 points to the Montreal Canadiens somehow, we'll be fighting with them for a wild card, because apparently the East is just not great. Don't know. I guess the West is a little better? No? Nobody is? I don't know. I guess the East is actually pretty good comparatively. I don't know. But right now we're set to make the playoffs. So we have a little bit left in the month. Maybe we'll do a little more simulating. I've been doing mostly like Toronto's regional rivals in terms of slow sims. So Buffalo, Montreal, Ottawa, that kind of thing. But we're headed towards the end of the season. The end of the season's coming up on around April 16th. The last game is the 15th for us, and we're in March, or like early March. So about a month left in the season, in a playoff spot. Lineup looks okay. Everybody's healthy at the moment, so we'll do a little more simulating, and then I'll call it a day. But that's the premise. That's where we are in the series right now. So I've only done the one episode 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and I'll do this week and next week, and then I'm off for another week, and so on and so forth. So, you know, it's a little spotty during the summer, but what do you do? Josh Doan puts one in on Bobrovsky, but Willie gets one back, tied at 1 on Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Jack Quinn scores on Bob. Power play for Buffalo. McCabe scores. We'll take it. Power play for us. Nothing doing. Power play for Buffalo. Nothing doing as well. They have 27 shots to 14. Like, Malenstein puts one in. He looks surprised. All right. Third period. Hellenius puts one in. 4-2. Owen Power scores. Osland. Bob's just caving in. I don't know what's going on. 41, 42 shots, 43 shots by Buffalo. Leno gets one back, but maybe too little too late. Power play for us. Gavin McKenna scores. Maybe not. Can we get one more? No. Okay, never mind. 6-4 the win. Peyton Krebs 2 assists. Rasmus Dahlin with 2. And Leno gets in there with 1 and 1. Our recent acquisition of Leno. Don't you know? I don't know, man. I think he either went to get a coffee or he threw his jersey to a kid in the crowd. I don't know. We're really not sure. Maybe he's where Chayka and Mats Sundin are, somewhere in Sweden. Like, who knows? They required Bob to help them with the Fleury-related emergency. 3 losses in a row, though. 4 losses in a row. I don't get it. Shootout loss. Montreal is still not great, but it's not good. I don't know why we're doing the things we do. Let's check out the lines for a sec. I don't know. Like, McKenna's playing fine. So is Willie. Is it the second line? Could be better. I don't know. Even the third line is doing some work. Although Carlson, some of his came from, yeah, he was doing better in Vegas. He might have been playing further up in the lineup. He's mostly depth for us this year, though. I don't know. Okay, well, we got the Sens. We're still at a playoff spot. We're not helping ourselves, though. Grudge match against Ottawa. We'll see how that goes. Radish scores a shorthanded goal. I will take it on Marilainen. Our one shot was a shorthanded goal. Goodness. Willie puts one in. Okay. 2-0 after 1 against Ottawa. Maybe we just laid an egg against Buffalo. That's the hope. It was a little bit of a slide there, though. As long as we pick it up before the playoffs, it's kind of what matters. Let's keep going. Bluger puts one in on Marilainen, 3-0. Power play for Ottawa, nothing doing there. Time is sliding away for Ottawa, which is great. Couple power plays for us. Roslovic gets one on the power play. Make it 4-0. That's what I want to see. That's better. I know. We're cooking now. Stoli with the win. 26 stops. Radish 1-1. And Nylander 1-1. Okay. It's a weird thing it is. Still 9 points ahead of Montreal. So we're still good. Do we have any left against Montreal? I don't know. Got one against Buffalo here. Yeah, we do get against Montreal near the end of the season. Still a lot of season to play, though. Let's see how it goes. We need some wins. There we go. 9-2 win. Overtime win against Carolina. We're very on and off. I don't know. But here's a... Is this a grudge match? It should be a grudge match. I feel grudgy. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Gavin McKenna puts one in on Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, or UPL for short. Rasmus Dahlin gets a goal on Stolars. Power play goal for Tage Thompson. Pulic scores, Doan scores, 4-1. Man, like, Buffalo's got our number at this part of the season. I don't know. Is Buffalo heating up? Or are they just heating up against us? Maybe it's... Well, we're in Toronto. I can't use the Wings as an excuse. I was gonna say, if you go to Buffalo and you just, like, hit the all-you-can-eat wings somewhere, that'll destroy you. Matty Nyes puts one in. I know, eh? That's why they call him UPL. Although it's always fun to say Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. It really is. Alright, 5-2 win by Buffalo. They have our number. Tage Thompson 1-2, Josh Doan 1-1, and Johnson with 1-1. Buffalo. They're like 15 points back of us, but they just whoop us every time now. I don't get it. Here we have Detroit. For those who pronounce it that way. Detroit's 23, 43, and 5. Oh boy. Let's see how this goes. Just across the border in southern Ontario. Austin Matthews puts one in on Tarasov. Power play for us. That's it for the first. 1 goal. Power play for Detroit. Appleton puts one in on Stoli. Then Raymond puts one in. Couple goals. Tanev gets one back, though. Even again. New game. Raymond puts in another one. Stolars. Don't know what you're doing there, bud. Carlson gets one back. Okay, new game again. Third period. Five on 3 for Detroit. Nothing doing for them. Good stuff. Time is dwindling. 4 minutes left. We going to OT? Looking like it. OT time. That's redundant, but anyway. Overtime time? And the shootout. Sandin Pellica puts one in to Brinkett and Matthews. Detroit gets the win in the shootout. We'll get the loser point. 2 goals for Raymond, 2 assists for McKenna, 1 goal for Austin Matthews. All right. We got Montreal. Let's just zoom ahead to Montreal. We can finish out the season today, and if all goes well, then we'll start the playoffs next time. Caden Gooley injured. All right. I guess Emile Andre gets his chance to come in now. Morgan Rielly is a little hurt. Broke a nail or something. Not really sure. Let's put Emile Andre in. He can go in there. And then we'll move Morgan Rielly up, even though he's a little injured. A little off kilter, you know. Shootout loss to Detroit. Shootout loss to... Oh, we're good. Okay. Shootout loss to the Wild. Win over the Flames. Chicago. A win as well. Good stuff. Pushing upwards. We're in third, but we haven't locked up a playoff spot. Lost to... Oh, Nadeau is out with a fractured collarbone. Goodness, buddy. I guess Bluger can move up, maybe? I'll put Steven Lorentz in. And we can move Bluger up. Okay. There we go. We've locked it up. We've locked up the playoff spot. We are in. Is everything settled? No. 92 points, though. So, the Capitals are in 4th in the Metro, and they have 92 points, the same as us. The Islanders had 95, the Jackets have 90. And the Flyers were like... The Flyers are still in it at 89. So they could still get in. But the Canadians have 81. They would be tied for last in the Metro with the Penguins. So I guess it's our division that is good at the top and then just falls right off. And we're kind of in the... We would be in the wild card discussion. But Montreal is not a worry. But we'll simulate them anyway, just for fun. Very average season for Montreal. Noah Dobson, power play goal on Bob. Power plays for everybody. Nobody does anything on those. Gavin McKenna puts one in on Montembeault. All right. 1-1 after 1. Power play for us, nothing doing. Power play for Montreal. Also nothing doing. We keep going. Austin Matthews puts one in on Montembeault. The end of the second period gives us the lead. Cole Caulfield power play goal. Power play for us. Also nothing doing. All right. OT it is. Nothing settled in OT. Cole Caulfield and Lane Hudson score. Matthews scores for a shootout win for Montreal. Montembeault with 29, Bob with 29, Matthews 1-1. So we get the loser point out of that was Montreal. We're going to the playoffs. They're not. That's our solace. All right. Gooley is back. Back again. Gooley is back. Tell a friend. All right. Couple wins over New Jersey, a win over the Rangers, and we finished the season with a 9-3 loss to the Capitals. Don't know why. And we have Florida. We also sold out 39 games. Owner is happy. We have the Panthers in the first round. The Bolts have the Caps, Carolina, and Philly, and the Subway Series, New York versus the New York Islanders. The Rangers versus the Islanders. Good stuff. On the other side, Sharks versus Wild, Cats versus Sharks. There you go. The Oilers and the Kings in the first round, as always. And then Dallas versus Winnipeg, and the Avalanche versus Chicago. Good stuff. Okay, let's take a look at how the season went stat-wise, and then we'll call her a day, because we did a bit of a long one here today. But we can do the playoffs next time. What am I doing? Nobody knows. That's Central. There we go. John Tavares leads the team with 65 points? That's low. I mean, Austin Matthews only played 69 games, but still, 59 points in 69 games. They started hot. Now things are kind of meh. And it's like, maybe it was because Willie was on the second line and they put him on the first line. I don't know. McKenna had a great season, though, for his first season. His rookie season. 24 goals, 37 assists, 61 points in 80 games as a rookie. Fantastic. Like, basically had the same season as Roslovic, and Roslovic is 30 years old. Different ceiling, but, you know, pretty good. Radish did not disappoint. 60 points, 12 goals, 48 assists. Austin Matthews had 32, kind of low for him, but injured. Matty Nyes, okay, 56. Carlson, 48, but not all of that was with us. Morgan Rielly had 45 points. I mean, trying to trade the guy, he had 41 assists. Goodness. Anybody else? Easton Cowan, 19 goals, 31 points. I'm okay with that. All right. How did the goalies do? Stolarz, 24 wins, 13 losses, 2 overtime losses, 3 shutouts, 9-16 and 2-6-1. Bob had 45 starts, 22 wins, 17 losses, 5 overtime losses, 6 shutouts for a 9-2-0 and a 2-6-1. So pretty good for both of them. Decent seasons. As for the league, I mean, definitely I'm sure the league did better than we did. Scoring. Kucherov 113.59. Werenski 106 with 34 goals, a defenseman. 56 goals for Ovi at 41 with 92 points. Dylan Gunther 92 points, 47 goals. Who is the top of the top? Kucherov had 59 goals for the Rocket. How did we do with the goalies? Ottinger 48 wins. Goodness. 919, 259. Like some other goalies had similar stats, like Bussy, although 238 versus a 219 or 22. No, it was 259. So like some other goalies had pretty good stats. It's the wins, and we had a platoon going. So Stoli had pretty good stats. So did Bob. Like both of them had good stats, just didn't get the wins. Interesting. All right. Okay. Regular season has ended. Next time we'll start the playoffs. We got the Florida Panthers in the first round. We will see how we do next week with the Maple Leafs that we took over from John Chayka and Mats Sundin. Disappeared, gone. Don't know where they are. They'll be back sometime. We don't know when. But for now, I'm taking the reins with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate every minute you spend with me. Have yourself a great weekend. And I'll see you next time. Bye, folks.